Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Bobby Legs Loves Watches and Friends live stream Tuesday night. I hope you guys are doing well. It is Tuesday, beginning of the week, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend already, right? Anyway, hey, last week was a relatively busy week for me, and we'll go over a couple things that I got. You probably already know one already. I did a video. The other one I haven't done a video yet for, but if you follow me in social media or if you're a member of the Bobby Legs Discord, you've probably seen some pictures that I posted up. But before I do anything, let me welcome my friend Amin here. What's up, Amin? What's going on, buddy? You're on mute. You're on mute. Oh, I can I unmute you?
Can you hear
There
me?
you are. Yeah, I can hear you now. What's up, bud?
All right. Not much. How are you?
All right, man. I was about to say hello to the chat, but now that you're here, thank you for joining. What's going on, man? How you doing? What do you wear? What do you got on wrist tonight?
Doing well. I got a 36 millimeter
Ooh,
Vacheron in
very,
ship today.
very nice. Hey, I got some watches in last week. We'll talk about our new watches
Yeah.
shortly. And jumping in is Dib. Oh, look at these guys showing up. This is
Uh,
great. What's up,
Hey
Dib? How you
guys,
doing?
doing good. How you been? Hey
Yeah.
Amin.
hey, Dib.
I thought
Doing
I
good.
thought you were only exclusive to the engineer wannabe live streams.
Mm.
Well, I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that you're here. Hey, Dib, what do you have on wrist this evening?
My Panerai 177. Yeah,
Excellent,
the oldest
solid watch.
oldest watch that I have right now. Who would have thought the skinny guy having a Panerai?
Yeah, yeah. So that's been over a year. You've had it, right?
It's almost a year and 8 months now.
Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. Amin, what's the longest watch you have in your collection? It's probably older than Deb.
I've had a date just for 22 years.
Oh, okay, nice, nice. All right. Well, I'm not going to show you what I'm wearing tonight because I want to show it's part of the two watches that came in last week, and I'll do a little side camera real quick, um, and then we'll go into talking new releases and what's going on with Dib in his life. Anyway, let's go into the chat and say hello. Hey, Pale Horse is here. How you doing, Pale Horse? Good to see you. Mr. James Duffy is here. Taco Tuesday, very good. Greetings and salutations from his on one, wearing his Blancpain 50 Fathoms on wrist tonight.
Nice.
Chaz from the Berg is here, wears on the street is also. Wow, Chaz, you knew it before I did.
Uh,
Marceau is here. How you doing, Marceau? What's going on? Um, James is wearing his North Flag tonight. Pale Horse wearing a Seiko Flightmaster on wrist. Very nice. Uh, Wilson's here. How you doing, Wilson? Good to see you. Underachieving watch collector, wearing his 35th anniversary Frogman. Mr. Time Hill is here. Deech is here. How are you, Deech? Good to see you. Wayben is here. Got his Shumbun back from warranty repair. How long was it in with Grand Seiko, Wayben? Wondering if you know Federico's video rang with you there because of some of the extended service times that he's been seeing. Ken Spear checking in from Pittsburgh as always. It took a month. Hmm. Did it take only a month? Wow, that's awesome.
not bad.
Um, hey, Scott's here wearing his 39 Pelly. Um, and Navy Blue Monster wearing the very nice Vertex M100A on wrist this evening. Hey, so I want to show.
All right, am I the only one who lost Bobby?
Nope, he froze.
I'm
Um,
back. Am I back?
You're back.
yeah, you're
Okay,
back.
good. All right, all right. Sorry about that. Anyway, Detroit saying hello to Detroit Spartan. Okay, so guys, I got a couple of watches in last week, and we chat a lot between the three of us, so you guys know what's coming. But I wanted to show some of the people in the chat who may have
Yeah.
not had a chance to see what's going on and follow me within my resurgence of the German watch collection. So I am going to show first a watch that I've done a video for, and some of you have already seen, and that is the Zin.
Yeah, that's so good looking.
Yeah, the 356. Thank you,
That's
Amin. Yeah, it's a limited.
killer watch.
Yeah, it's so much fun to wear. It really is,
Mm,
and I feel good when I wear it too.
that
It's
watch
funny
is
that
sick. Yeah,
the
I
watch
really
can
like
do
that watch.
that. Little 15 millimeter stick, but it's not so bad. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's so light. It's
Yep.
so light, and just a great looking piece.
So good looking.
Yeah. Um, what else? I was going to say about? So it came with a couple straps, Nubuck straps, and they were pretty stiff. So I found this moon strap,
Mhm.
and it looks great on it. I think it looks totally awesome
Perfect.
because that anthracite dial, it kind of
What kind of
sometimes
strap is that?
it's moon straps,
Okay.
mon
Yep.
straps, yeah.
Yep.
And
Looks
I
perfect.
mean, this anthracite dial, I mean, at times could passes off as well. It goes really good with brown. Let's put it that way.
Mhm.
And so just really enjoy wearing this piece, and I've been wearing it almost nonstop since I got it. Now, coincidentally, when that watch, this watch was supposed to, like, I wasn't expecting this watch until like November or December. That's when Watch Buys was giving me a date for receipt, but it came early, and so in the meantime, right before I got word that I, was getting the watch, I had bought another watch, another German watch, and that was this Damasco TK 36.
Yeah,
Um, nice
it looks great too.
watch with their in-house movement, and it's actually a little bit thinner than the Chrono. Well, much thinner, but
Mm.
but this wears really well and very very legible. This is 40 millimeter case diameter, and the Zen is 38 and a half. So yeah, so I've been doing a lot of looking at
Back in
Chronos
business.
back in
German
business. German watch,
watch Bobby.
German watch body.
Bobby Bavaria.
Yeah, Bob. That's good. I like that one. So tell us a little bit about the Vacheron, buddy.
The Vacheron was, I mean, I've looked at Vacheron dress watches a lot, not necessarily this one. And our friend Joey just made me aware of this deal. And it's a
He strikes again.
combination of liking the watch a lot and then the deal just being too good to be true.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, not that I know the market on this watch, but just for what the watch looked like compared with the asking price, it seemed very good.
Yeah. Joey has that effect. He's slick like that. I mean, I've also bought a watch based on Joey, coincidentally bringing it to my attention.
He finds some crazy deals. He does. He got me twice in a month.
Yeah, you get twice. Oh
With the
man.
Helios and then this.
Yeah.
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 A little
Hey,
crazy.
so yeah, I'm gonna put up your Instagram.
Oh,
This
thanks.
is a case back shot
That's the
of
case
the
back.
watch.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, this watch, there's a few things about it that really got me. One is the case back, and so
Mhm.
it has really a lot of really nice finishing. It's got these sharp interior angles and the anglage, and it's a Geneva seal movement. And ever since I traded the Parmigiani, I kind of wanted something else with sharp interior angles.
Yeah.
And they're harder and harder to come by these days without going for really high price independents. Like Paddock really doesn't give you them anymore unless you're spending massive money, right? They don't give it to you on their even at the $100,000 price point. They don't give it to you. And then Vacheron gives you one now on their modern movements, maybe one or two. But they're really kind of being phased out, that kind of sharp interior angle. And So I saw this movement pick, and then I haven't had a yellow gold watch since I traded the Toxic UN.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Vacheron has these dual finished hands. They do. I think they were the first. They kind of, made that, and they've got these kind of double stepped malt, what they call malt lugs,
Yeah.
or the malt case design, and the engine turn dial, all for like, I mean, I spent under seven on this,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
for precious metal Vacheron, it's the reason it's affordable is because it's 36 millimeters
Mm-hmm.
or more affordable. Um, but I could do 36 millimeters. It's
Yeah.
change of pace.
Dib, I feel like this watch is up your alley as well.
For
36
me,
mil. That's a good size for you. Yeah.
hmm.
No.
How many 36 mil watches do I have?
Yeah, it's a little.
None.
He's got the right wrist size for it, but he doesn't like it.
I
Yeah.
don't I
I,
don't do 36,
I don't have
but
good lighting to show the front, but here's a quick, picture just so you get the idea of the style.
Yeah. Yeah. Handsome watch for sure. Well, congratulations, my friend. I mean,
Appreciate it.
it's a great piece.
I
Uh,
like it, and the size actually works for me. I mean, I wouldn't go like all 36,
no,
but
of course not. Yeah.
one of my brigades is 37. Actually, I think it measures 38, but nominally 37. I got a Datejust that's 36 that I still like to wear. So, I can do the size.
James says that his VC is much less at 32 millimeters and has an old JLC based movement.
Mm,
Also lucked out. Um, Ken Sphere, very nice. Amin,
thanks, guys. Appreciate
thank
it.
you very much. Great piece there. Oh wait, it's 32, but wears like a 34.
Mm-mm.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow,
This
amazing.
wears like a true 36, because it's the case it's not the the bezel is medium thickness, so
Hmm.
it doesn't wear big for, I mean, it doesn't wear big for a 36. It wears like a 36, but I can do it.
Yeah, yeah. MJ's talking about the seconds dial. He loves that.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a good look. I like that too. On the 6 o'clock position.
It
Um,
starts to make me think, about what else is out there at 36.
you're muted, Amin. You're mute. You're muted. You're still muted.
hey Bobby,
Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
just so you know, a few of us have been sponsoring a very important racer.
Okay. Yeah. You want
Um,
to? You're good, Amin. I
yeah,
can hear you now.
his name is the Watchman. He's part of. Hold on, why did Amin leave?
I think he's having some technical difficulties.
Okay, so I'm gonna get that in. We are sponsoring a sim racing car event, and our boy is like doing fourth right now. So
Oh. Okay.
yeah, Premier
Well, thanks.
Series PGRL. It's being held at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Okay.
Really
Cool.
proud, really proud. That's my plugin.
That's your
For the,
plugin. Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate that. And you can plug in as much as you want. Hey, Dib. Um, what do you say? Okay. So now I'm totally thrown off by Amin exiting and your plug. Um, what do you say we talk about some new releases? What do you
yeah,
think?
it's a good idea. Let's do it.
Um, okay. Um, new Seiko. We have a lot of Seiko fans coming here. Uh, the Prospects Land Series GMT Navigator Timer reissue. I don't really know anything about this one. What do you think? Is this another? Well, it is a reissue, right? Um, what do you say, Deb?
I For me personally, it's a home run
Oh,
because
okay.
um, like the watch that like it got reissued, right? Like if you look at the old watch, you will be hard pressed to figure out what the differences are. I don't remember if the case size is exactly the same or not, but the dial proportions, the GMT hand, even the bracelet, that's been reissued too. So
Hmm.
for me, it's a win. Uh, I'm probably gonna pick it up next year.
Okay.
I mean, it's limited, but I know I can get it, so not a big deal.
Well, it's limited to 4,000, right? I mean, so
I think
it
Seiko
shouldn't be
really needs to
difficult.
start saying that we are gonna just make 4,000 of these instead of it being limited. I think that makes more sense than, because for some reason people really get mad. Oh, Seiko is doing 50,000 limited editions. Like they have been doing that for a long time now. So I think a rebranding is in order. Like we have a limited run or a special run, and not tell people the number. I think that's how you keep the masses entertained. You know, because I hear this all the time. Like, and again, the SRPK 17, that Seiko 5 that I got, which was a faithful reissue to the original, they're doing like 15,000 pieces. You can't really call
Mm,
that a limited edition. So,
mm,
like just say special run.
yeah,
It's easier.
yeah. Do you think now, like with this SR54 movement, and they're throwing these GMTs in the mid range divers, are we going to see more of this over the next year with the different um,
I
models?
think more than Seiko, what you're going to see is, so there's a lower caliber with the GMT movement, the
Hmm.
4 hour something, and
Right.
now you have the 6R54. What we are going
Yeah.
to see are the more premium micro brands starting to use this movement and pricing their
Mm,
watches in the $1,000 to $2,000 range. That's what I think will happen.
yeah.
Um, Again, it's a good movement. I don't know a lot. I'm guessing it's derived from the 6R35, but it's a Seiko. It's fine for me. Like,
Yeah.
I used to be one of those people. Like, and I think I still am. I want my accuracy to be within a certain limit, but it's not like, oh, it needs to be like cars. Like as long as it's like within 10 seconds, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And I bought many Seikos over the last few months, as everybody knows. I don't think I think I've received just one watch, which was running out of spec, and it was massive, like plus 28, plus 29. I never
Mm,
demagnetized it, so don't really know if it was magnetized or not. But
yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm in. Any thoughts? I know you probably haven't seen this. I think this just came out.
Is my mic working? Because
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think they look great. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it. Yeah, but they're good looking.
Yeah.
You put up
Yeah.
two, right? This one and was there another one?
No, this was the only
Oh, okay.
one. I think there was like a previous. This is a reissue, right? So,
yeah, this is a faithful reissue, but there was a new Landmaster announced,
mhm,
but that's in the SLA series. I
Mm-mm.
don't know if there's an article out for that or not, but plus nine time, Anthony Cable has reported that watch, titanium diver with a compass bezel. I don't remember if it was a limited edition or not, but honestly, I don't really care. Again, it limited has to be rebranded to
yeah,
special.
yeah,
I think that's a watch which would be great for somebody with a medium to bigger wrist,
mm,
titanium piece, 8L movement, really nice looking blue dial. Can't go wrong with it. Probably gonna be around the $3,000 mark. You can get a discount on a Seiko.
yeah,
Don't let people think otherwise. And that's it. Like I think those are the two which got released this like yesterday. I think.
yeah. And we'll see if we can find it. Mr. Cassioka saying I can't wait for the full on Mari GMT.
Right. They make a good product. Don't hate on Mr. Mari. I love them.
Dib, I mean, come on. I mean, like,
Actually,
stop
do you actually
joking, Dib.
do you actually like them?
Love
I
it.
think he's kidding.
Like,
He's
just the
joking.
name. It gives me like a you set the scene. Sophia Loren is walking through the Amalfi Coast. Sorry, not walking, driving in a Ferrari 250, and she's wearing a Fulton Marie. How can you go wrong? That
You know,
watch is made for that scene.
I was on Instagram a couple days ago, and a Furlan Mari came up as an ad. It was just an ad, not an influencer. And this is the one. Let me Let me share this. I mean, I think this is good looking. Is it a straight rip off of something? Is that what makes it bad? Because it's not like they're charging 2, 3, 4,000. I mean, this is like the price of a Dan Henry. Or no, it's like more than a Dan Henry. But what is this? $400?
Yeah, it's exactly like the price of a Baltic.
I like this better than a Baltic.
Hmm.
I don't know. Unless is this a copy of a design? It probably is, isn't it?
I don't know
I'm
if it.
sure it's a mishmash of I
Yes.
mean, honestly, I can't really pinpoint it, but
Yeah.
if you
I would
focus
like
in
a
on the
pulsation
history.
dial. Not I'm not like on the cusp of buying this, but but it's okay for $500. I don't think it's horrible.
Now, I think I'm softening my stance on micro brands. I think they
Yeah.
provide a very good value to the people. I think I've been too harsh. You know,
Look what James Duffy said. I can relate to this too.
I like it. I mean,
uh,
jokes aside, I do like it. It gives off a very old time Patek feel,
Yeah.
or if you look closely, it has a bit of the Conde Vacheron dial.
Mm.
Not exactly the same, but
Yeah.
use your imagination, I'd say.
Yeah. 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 I think Dib, you should. Wilson's right. You should start a micro brand.
I don't know. I mean, I've always dreamt of having my own brand, but it's just, it's a dream. I don't know if it can ever be a reality.
well, I mean, do you think it's like finding the right partner? Do you think finding the right partner
I
for this
think that's
would help
key.
you?
I think that is what you need because if you don't find the right partner, uh, and on a serious, if you don't find the right partner from your Chinese company, they might steal your design. That's what happened to well, I'm not going to call him a friend, but I know him from a different group. So he started a micro brand,
Mm,
patented the design and all that, sent it to a Chinese company. Like a month or two later, he's seeing that Chinese company making that watch and putting it on AliExpress.
yeah.
And
But
there's a
look,
video.
and I just want to put this out there as a caveat. We're not bashing any of these companies because they're based out of China. This just
No,
happens to
no.
be okay.
Like companies like Nodus has excellent suppliers and manufacturers making their watches. They're all Chinese, right? So nothing wrong with it, but you just need to do your due diligence where, if you're starting a micro brand, just be aware that might be a pitfall. And if that happens, you have no chance. Just
Yeah,
just create a new watch after that. Shouldn't be too hard. It's a micro brand, right?
yeah. You've got some design credits under your belt for designing watches. I think you got a good start. You again finding the right partner, finding the right um, person in the right group, I think will help you go a long way. First we plug a fake race, and now we plug a fake paddock. Ugh, Wilson, not too happy with where we're going with this. Hard to decide which group to partner with. I agree. I agree. I mean, I don't think it's hard for Dib. I think it's just hard for us. Dib can partner with Long Island Watch. Yeah.
Somehow I don't feel that partnership will be fruitful. Too many people. I can't
Dib,
say it out loud.
what's your vision for a micro brand, Dib?
Would you go
My
diver
vision, huh?
first? Well, you know what? Answer Ahmed's question. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun. Answer. What's your
I,
vision?
I think uh, I think I'm gonna invoke my friend Hobby Bobby's ideas
Hmm.
because
And those are.
um, I can't discuss it because it's still like we'll have to sign an NDA. But all I'm saying is, do not be afraid to experiment.
Mm.
Um, a good example is a company called Burner On Watches that I have previously mentioned. The movement designs came out on their Instagram page.
Mm-hmm.
Really wacky looking dial, with a little bit of Cartier crash hint. custom made rotor, custom made plate, everything custom made and full gold. So you never know, like all you need to do is have that one hit and then you just, move forward.
Hey, look, I mean, Dib, TGV, and Long Island Watch collab coming soon. Okay, so we know that you have a soft spot for TGV, right? Um,
Oh man, I mean, I do like vampires who drink the blood of people. So yeah.
yeah. Okay. Okay. So if TGV was like, all right, Dib, if you if I want to do a watch with you, mate, right? And
Uh,
the, and the only way.
he is British slash Italian slash fake New Yorker turned into a Philly resident. I don't think the Australian accent fits
Oh, but
there.
that was English. That was English accent. That was an Australian accent. Um, but what if he said, "Hey, listen, I want to do a collab with you. A dream come true for you, right?" But he brings in Mark from Long Island Watch, as a caveat, as a stipulation. Would you do a Dib TGV Long Island Watch collab?
Hmm. I mean, I'm a businessman after all. So all
Yeah,
kidding aside, if we have a lion shark dib in the making,
yeah.
it's just
Well, I look. They're coming out with another one, a Range Master, right? I mean, I saw that on Instagram that they're in the next couple of days. That's going to be a big
oh
announcement
wow.
between.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Wow.
so we can see that during the wind up event. Amen. We need
I
to
was just gonna buy this Furlan Mari, but now I'm saving for the
exactly.
Rangemaster.
I think it's I told like I declared that I wouldn't buy a watch, but now, hmm,
This
I do
micro
like
brand
the
version
Furlan Mari.
makes money, and some Ahmed likes the full on Mario. Okay, you got it. Hey, Joe Chen's here. Hey, I'm here for Bobby Legs' accent. Crikey. Okay. Um, but Dib, would you start off with a diver? I mean, that just seems like a very popular um, type of watch for these micro
I,
brands
I'd have
start with.
I'd have three tenets, three
Okay.
pillars of my watch brand:
Yeah.
a diver, a
Yeah.
field watch, and an everyday watch. And I think that's gonna be it for the
Yeah.
first few years.
Yeah.
Because obviously, to make a mechanical chronograph, it costs a lot of money.
Well, I was gonna say, would you go then a Mecha Quartz
I mean,
chronograph?
if I can, yeah, I mean, if I can come out with a design philosophy which echoes Mr. Murray, I
Yeah.
think that might be an avenue that I might want to,
Yeah.
pursue. But it's just it's all up for debate, like what
I
we
can't
kind
wait to
of.
hear the story
What,
behind your brand.
Yeah.
Like
oh
Yeah.
man, I mean,
that there's a lot of these brands, like how they wrote the Blanc Pond story and or like
I know, I know.
or the Fear story, or you know what I mean? The Arnold and Son story. I can't wait
Yeah, I
to hear.
mean,
Oh.
I
Oh
can I can tell people that I was working IT, supporting the brand. Like
no!
it's
You're on a
it's.
boat in a river, and a tiger got in the water.
Hmm.
You were
I don't.
afraid of for your life.
Uh-huh. And at that moment, it struck.
Then
Yep,
that
I need to
moment
do
is
a
struck.
micro brand.
You life is short. You could get eaten by tigers. F this IT. I
Yeah.
need to do a micro brand. That's
Life,
that's that's the
life is short, and when life is short, put around your wrist this beautiful field watch by Dipjoti.
Mhm.
Would you call it Dipjoti? What would the name?
Nah,
What,
I
no.
mean, hardly half of the Indians that I meet can't pronounce my name properly, so I don't think that's gonna be the name of the brand. It's gonna be a Western name, that's for sure.
You
Yeah.
can't pronounce Regzepi, right? Like it actually would look nice. Divijoti Mukherjee across the top of
Yeah, but
the dial.
have you seen the Canadian indies that are coming out? It just sounds
No.
like a bad. I mean, there's like one or two coming out, and when I look at that, I'm like, all right, am I looking at a 7-Eleven ad or what the hell is it? So some
Mason with
Swiss,
that
Swiss
tiger
name
needs a
pork.
thigh watch. It's so funny. That
What
Tiger
did I
needs
miss?
a dive watch right above that. Oh man.
Exactly. You know, tigers need love too. You know, all I'm saying.
Uh, that's
Chat's got lots of good ideas.
a Dibbin zone
Yeah, but
for
you
the
know,
master.
like
And then Emilio Estevez passed by going the other way on the river and called out, "I love you" in Wall Street.
that's a good reference.
Tibex.
Yeah, the name has to be just right. It can't be, all these funny sounding names. It has to have it. The name has to have gravitas. It's like some of these brands they don't have the gravitas when you speak of them. So if I ever made a micro brand, it would have to be like have to
You know,
be epic.
I thought this stream started off pretty slow, but it's really picked up. Dib Hoyer.
Yeah, but these are all recycling the names. I mean, okay, fine. My watches can take heavy inspiration from the watches that are out there, but I can't. I mean, the name can't be there. The name has to be unique.
Okay, okay. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. At least if your style isn't unique, at least your name should be.
I think Tibex is a good place to start, and then when
Yeah.
your watches get huge demand, then just like a Krivia, then you make a Dibyajyoti Mukherjee,
Hmm. Yeah.
watch, right?
I,
Once
I,
you're
I mean,
famous.
again, it's not everybody can be Mr. Happy or Reshepi. I don't know how to
Yeah.
pronounce his name. So let's start with a special my Kickstarter special of 249.99 with a free strap, and then we can go to the Reshepi league.
I like it.
Hmm.
With the lion
Lion
shark with
shark with honey
honey
balls.
balls. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Let's get back. Let's get back. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's get back to new releases. Okay. Do we? Let's see. Oh man, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've done this. New releases. I gotta compose myself here, guys. Okay. I don't know. I mean, like anything here grabbing at you guys that you guys want to talk about. I mean, I feel like it's kind of been slow.
There, there's this. Am I gonna? Let me try to find it. There's a company called Patria, which I think is another one of these. They picked up old
Are you
name.
sure you're not talking about the Tutima Patria?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Um, let's see here. This. Let me share
Hey,
my
Great Gambino,
screen.
thanks for joining us.
So this is if you can put this
Yeah.
Patria Brigadier Tourbillon. It's selling at a local place to me, Grenon's of Newport.
Mm.
Hmm.
And the style is like they took like I think like a World War One kind of style and put a tourbillon. It's a little bit strange, um, but it's a really um, interesting value play. It's a enamel dial, and then the tourbillon itself is decorated by Philippe Narbel. I don't know if you guys follow him on Instagram, but he's like a really master kind of finisher,
Okay.
watch finisher. I don't think these pictures show it the best. I've seen some others that show it better, but it's they've got pretty broad anglage, these very sharp interior angles. Swiss made tourbillon with high end finishing for I think it's like 18K, I want to say, enamel dial. Yeah, 18 Swiss, so more than 18K, but I don't know. I'd love to go. I'm gonna maybe stop by the store and take a look. I'm not a buyer, but I think it's an interesting watch. Reminds me a little of the enamel dial RGMs,
Mm,
the way
yeah.
that that's done. Mm, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it that's not doing it for me, and I don't
Mm,
know what it is. I mean, the hands. What's the story with the hands? They're not really cathedral. They're
mm.
um,
I think they're just leaf hands.
Yeah, I was gonna say they look like leaves.
Resurrect the heritage brand trench watches.
Mm,
I said World War One. I think it's World War Two. It says.
I think that's my biggest issue with this watch is the fact that you're trying to combine two genres into one.
Yeah.
maybe that's it. Yeah,
You have the trench angle, you have the World War angle, and it looks like a old World War II watch,
Yeah.
like a field watch. And again, like the tourbillon is really nice, and I've seen pictures of this before. It just like the two don't go together. And again,
Mm,
I mean, I'm not the best person to speak about a tourbillon watch. It is a value play because you don't get a tourbillon watch. I mean, what do you get below, let's say 20,000 Swiss? A
mm.
tag,
Yeah.
a tag tourbillon,
Yeah.
and this.
Maybe a UN if you catch it
Now
under
I'm
retail.
saying brand new. I'm saying brand new.
You can get
Not.
I think you can get the lower end UN tourbillon brand
Hmm.
new. Oh, you mean like at retail price? You mean
At retail price,
at
yeah.
retail price? I see. Yeah, it's probably more than that.
Hobby Bobby says if I've learned one thing, it's to get too influenced by Amin and Dib's brand
He
finds.
means not to get too
It's
influenced.
not to get to. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Haraj does Swiss tourbillons
Ah,
under this
yeah.
price.
Mirage is a, yeah.
MJ's not buying it. That sub dial does not work with the style, that open sub
Yeah,
dial.
I think it's an interesting watch. I'm not a buyer either of it.
Hey, Clayton from Watch Out Podcast. Grennan's is a great store.
It is. It's a really cool place to visit. And as far as the tourbillon opening being too big, I mean, I understand that it looks like a giant cutout,
Yeah.
but then you get you get more display, right? You get to watch it
Yeah.
really.
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
Overall, it's an enamel dial.
yeah,
Probably, not probably, is heat blued hands. It looks really nice. It's just the two functions are at odds with each other.
yeah,
That's all.
yep,
Yeah. Good point, Deb. I
yep,
think you nailed it.
yep.
Okay. Let's see here. This one's first on the list. Excuse me. Independent watchmaking, the expressive watchmaking style of Artur Akhmaev. And it looks like we have all right, a Batman watch.
Hmm.
Um, hmm. I mean,
I
I've
mean,
seen this guy's work before. I just, I'm just not into this. I mean, when
I
AP
mean,
does this with the comics, I just tune out.
I applaud him for the effort that he has put into this watch,
Yeah,
and it's probably a very good watch, but I can't even see it. So, defeats the purpose of a watch. Like, if you have a pet project and you're making it, sure, but I think, and no, never mind. I don't want to say it because I don't want to bash the watchmaker for doing this because he has done a very good job. It's just it's not what I expect from a watch, and I do sound a little judgy there, but it's just it's a bit too frivolous, I'll say.
yeah, yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm in is Grennan's the Azimuth honey hole.
Yep, yep, yep. Totally.
Hmm.
There's some. If you scroll down, he's got some other watches that I like better than this Batman one.
Let me see if I could just do this.
Yep. I,
Um,
I wouldn't say that one, but keep
okay.
going. Keep going. Like this starts
This
to
is
look
pretty
pretty
cool.
cool.
I've
Yep.
seen this watch before.
Yep.
I've seen this one. Yeah.
And then the one after this is pretty
Hmm.
cool.
Hmm.
I think some of these are pretty cool. I like the fish ones.
Yeah, I like the fish ones too. Um,
I'd rather get the AP. If I could, I'd get the
yeah.
AP, and at least that's a value money play. This probably $5 used. I think.
um,
Uh,
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Bobby.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think there's one watch that hasn't been advertised anywhere on any of the um, major publications, but it's out there for anyone visiting a boutique. I'm talking about it's called it's a Panerai. It's a Radiomere.
Mm.
It's a wide dial Radiomere with a manually wound movement for a very attractive price of 5,400 US dollars.
What's the reference number? You always screw this one up, right? Don't you? It's
1383 or 1384, but it's not out there. Maybe it's on the website, but for some reason, Panerai has been releasing these watches and there's no media, there's no press. Nobody from Hodinkee is picking it up. I think it's on the Panerai website. Let me check. But I don't know if it is because I walked into the boutique and they are selling the watches. So yeah, it's
you sure it's 1383?
1383, 1384. That's what the sales lady told me, but I might be wrong. Oh, there it is, 1384. It's on the Panerai website.
Dib, you interested?
I am. And this is another value play, base Panerai with no seconds and 4900. I am interested in the $5,400 white Panerai,
Mm.
but
It's right here.
when I buy, it has to be more of a strategic purchase for me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
It can't be now. It has to be just the right time.
mm-hmm,
Would
mm-hmm.
the Panerais be one in, one out, or would you have both at the same time?
That's the biggest thing that I struggle with
Yeah,
because I absolutely love this 177,
yeah, yeah,
and I don't even think I'd get like 3 grand for it. I'm not going to say it's like completely scratched up, but it came to me in like I think like 80% toppers condition,
Mm.
and it had its scars, and I've added more scars to it over the years.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to sell it. And even after 2 years, like one and a year and a half, it's still running 0 seconds a day.
yeah,
Like really, it's hard. It's hard for me to replace this watch. So I don't know what would go out for this to come in, but
yeah.
this will be a future purchase. The other thing is, it's very difficult to find a AD which sells Panerai at a discount. I'm
Mm.
not going to buy this at full pop. The only way I buy it as full pop
Secondary.
is if this watch serves as a watch for something else.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's
Ah,
the only way. But given the price point, I don't know. I love it. I love it.
yeah. I think you can have. I mean, you can have these two. The one you have and this one in your collections. First of all, different dial color, different case shape, different model completely. I'm of the opinion, man. I mean, like two or three Panerais in a collection is great. And but anyway, I think you can do it. I think you should do it. Um, there are hardly any cartoon superhero with theme watches I consider, says Maison. A Silver Snoopy Moon Watch will be such a watch because it is something special to NASA's space program. I've heard that comment before as well, Maison. So I've heard other people say that too, that they can make that exception.
The
Uh,
other point is I've always and I think I'm one of the very few who wants it. I love a gold submersible.
mm,
It's a reference number PAM
yeah, yeah,
1070.
yeah,
Um, our mutual friend Clayton also likes the watch, and I
yep,
do too.
yep,
Only thing I don't like is the price,
yeah,
$33,000 plus tax. Now, there's a website that Amin and Amin showed the way, and then obviously I followed. I do visit that website all the time.
yeah,
They have one sitting for less than 16,000. Now again, that's not chump change, lot of money, but 50% of MSRP. I mean, I was so close that I'm like, all right, what do I sell to get the money? And then I'm like, you know what? No, I just like this 177 a lot. And I know condition again, like if I can get a 177 at a better condition, I would. But this was a complete set. It still had the receipt for the strap that somebody bought. So you cannot get a complete set like that. It's very hard to get something. Yeah. So yeah.
Any any good deals you've been finding out there, Amin?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm seeing good deals left and right. I got to shut off all my websites and apps and get rid of them.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Let me
uh,
let
uh,
me
I mean, I
Today,
think
the Watchbox sent me a deal. You know, if you follow stuff
Yep.
on eBay, they send you deals, right? So I'll show you one that I liked a lot. Well, okay, here's one. Saw this on Reddit. It's on there now, I believe, for 27.50
Oh
net.
yeah. Hmm.
27.50 net. I remember that watch was like, I don't know. I remember seeing that at Tourneau for like something like 6 or 7,000, trying it on, liking it, thinking about buying it. Um, this watch I've been following for a while. This Arnold and Son Nebula Watchbox threw me like 1,000 off, something like that,
Yeah.
900 off to bring it down to 9K. That that watch is something like, I don't know, 12 or 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nebula.
I think that's a great watch.
Mm,
I saw it in watch time, and
Yeah.
it's very. I mean, even I received the same offer because I have it on my watch list.
mm,
They also sent me an offer for a Moser. I don't remember which one,
mm.
but it was just around like 10,100. So, and originally they had listed that for 12,450. So prices are coming down hard. I mean, I
Coming
don't know
down
what's
Yep.
hard.
going on, but in the last 3 weeks, prices have taken a tumble on everything. On
Yep.
everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
And I
They
was
don't.
just on a stream saying that this watch was a great deal at 70K, and then a few days later it's at 65.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Things are definitely coming down. I've been watching this one. This has been on Reddit for a while. This panel reserve. He's down to asking 6150 for it. It's been at this price for a few days now. Could you get this under 6?
I think at this point, if you were a serious buyer, I just offer him 5,800 for the
Yep.
watch.
Yep.
And 5,800, I mean, again, he won't be happy with it, but I think that's more than a fair offer in this market. It's not about what you deserve, it's about what you get, sadly. I think if you were to offer 58 and he refuses, then it's going to be tough because
Yeah.
everybody likes the watch, nobody actually buys it. Oh, I
Yeah. Yeah.
love the
Yeah. Yeah.
watch,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
love it, but
Yeah.
nobody buys it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. There's some watches out there that people say that all the time. I mean, I've said I love this watch for years now, and still haven't pulled the trigger on it. But I will one day. I promise you, Deb. I promise. Scott
Colin
saying,
has
Yeah,
one.
I wasn't calling
Colin
you
has one.
out, but
I know. I know. I know.
even
I
me, like, I've said, like, I like it.
know. Scott's saying that he negotiated 5K off of a college trial from Watchbox a couple of months ago. That's great.
Nice.
That's great. Yeah, so a lot of good deals, and like I'm wondering when these deals, because I feel like they're gonna dry up just temporarily. And I know, Div, you've mentioned this a couple of times that you'll see, maybe some leveling off, or maybe some price increases, or maybe not price increases, but some leveling off of price before the holidays, right? And then after the holidays, we'll even see more drops, right? I mean, I think that's the way it's going. I mean, based on like some economic factors out there, the likelihood of a recession happening is getting stronger, by the day. Um, I think we could see some big drops, especially in the beginning of next year. I mean, I feel like we always say that. But I think this time,
We're seeing big drops now, though.
yeah, we're seeing big drops now, right? And it could be like, I know we're in October, but like the end of the summer, right? Because that's always a downtime for watch selling and prices coming down. A little bit of pickup
I
before the
think
holidays.
I think especially, and I don't want to make it political, but given that there's an election coming up next year, there's
Mm,
going to be some upheaval. Like even when elections happen in India, right? Stuff changes all the time. It's a very fluid market, and I think since we are already in a downturn and speculators are almost dead, like even dealers are struggling to move pieces, it's just going to be a little tough.
mm.
And if you have the cash is king.
Yep.
Like I think, and this is just my prediction. I mean, I might be wrong. Like there's like this is October. Once we hit November, we are heading into holiday season. Right, Halloween is done, and then Thanksgiving with Christmas. I think the prices are going to go up.
Mm,
But I've seen this too, even in 2022 and 2023. The prices were crazy in January.
mm.
Like I was in India, and I'm cursing myself. Like, dude, I mean, there would be like five watches at that point. Like just
Yeah.
me impulse buying it.
Yeah. 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 Steve saying was tempted by a Brigade 7027, and that went by today.
Mm-mm-mm. Yep.
Scott saying, I feel like a lot of smart dealers are taking serious hits on their precious metal tryst watches in order to cash flow themselves and hope the hype watches pick back up again. That's what he says is happening. You aren't going to get it. You aren't going to get tough with a dealer on a Pepsi, but Brigade, Parmigiani, etc. can basically be stolen. Prices on Pepsis have fallen significantly in the past
They,
few
they
months. What have you
have,
seen, Deb, on that?
no, they have, but the oysters are around 18.5 on dealer groups. Obviously, I'm not talking retail. Jubilee is a little bit more. The one thing which has stopped Pepsi prices from going down and down uh, is the fact that I haven't seen a lot of new Pepsis in the market, and this
Mm,
spans all the Facebook groups that I'm in. I'm not in the Rolex forum because it's a tough to digest those people, even for someone like me. But like even dealer groups, I don't see a lot of new Pepsis coming in. So who knows? Who knows? People are constantly saying it's going to be discontinued. We just don't know. Only Rolex knows the answer. But you know,
hey, look, it's beans and bezels. But the real question, Dib,
hmm.
are you going to be slowing down buying watches?
I have. I'm not buying like crazy. Um, everything has to be. I think I might need to put an addendum to the scheduled versus unscheduled. Uh, there's gonna be more addendums to it as we progress, into Q4.
What's
And
what can you add to scheduled and unscheduled?
I don't know, and that's what I'm saying. It needs to be well thought out. I can't just put something out there and then expect myself to follow it. So it has to be. I don't know. I feel like more segregation is key. With my purchase decisions.
Explain yourself. Are you
Are you,
following this, Ahmed? I mean, like,
I don't know if he's saying that he needs to carefully decide what will be scheduled, or if he's saying he's creating a third category besides scheduled and unscheduled.
No. So I think the former is correct because
Okay.
what I am buying in the scheduled category has to be now categorized into its own subcategorizations. So I haven't
oh,
decided what those are gonna be, but I
so,
think
so what's what's a subcategorization of scheduled and
that's
unscheduled?
the thing. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know, but I feel like
I think
that's how I need to
I'm getting the
diversify.
flavor. There's going to be like a category for um, a Pepsi is in one category, another kind of big goal category Then there's the, I get to have a few Seikos category. Am I getting a drift of this? How you're going to break down your scheduled allotments into tiers of scheduled watches?
I think Beans has summed it up precisely. He's trying to think of a scheme that lets him do what he's
Yes,
always done while pretending to be disciplined about it.
like Sanjay.
Like Sanjay, right?
It's
I don't know. I don't
Sanjay's
know.
more rationalization, and Dib is more scheme.
I don't know, but I feel like my segregation theory needs to have more segregation in it.
Yeah,
Double
yeah.
down. I
And
haven't
this is
decided how.
and this is from a guy who's talked about exiting the hobby. You
I
know what I
am.
mean?
I will. I will. One day, Bobby, I'll wake up and that day I'll sell everything off. Everything. It doesn't matter.
But is that what it looks like, or would you just be happy with what you have and then just not buy another watch? Do you know what I
No,
mean?
no,
Like,
no.
why do you have to
I
sell
know.
everything off?
But one day I think I'm gonna wake up from my watch dream and realize wasted a lot of money in this hobby, and I need to focus my life elsewhere. Like maybe speakers, maybe hi-fis.
Ah,
You don't know, but I
ah,
think that's how I'm gonna be.
expensive, like high end wine or whiskey. Is that what else are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm not a drinker, so I literally have bottles sitting which I bought last year, and I never,
Clickers, clickers.
clickers. I don't know. I'm not that fidgety, but like something which is meaningful. I just don't know what.
What about those like candles that have like saints on them? No. Okay. Marcel,
Religion, I think.
no, no. I mean, I just like the way they look. It's not religious. I just have a couple. Um, I was just looking at Moser's on Watchbox, and all their prices have come down a bit. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think Moser's definitely taking a big hit here, right? Um, but Sanjay's a new man, right? He is. He is a new man. No doubt about that.
Oh wow, Moser's come down a lot.
It did
More
now.
there
Is Moser coming down to a point where you're thinking you might think Moser?
I don't know. I really got excited and imbibed when I saw the Moser heritage that Colin got, and I saw
Mm,
it in the flesh.
mm,
But
that's a
I
great
don't
watch.
know. But I don't know if I'll. I don't know if I'll ever buy one.
Yeah.
Just because, again, like I don't keep my watches for a long time. Let's take that argument out of the equation.
Hmm.
What I look for in a watch is solid, reliable movements, and Moser is a little finicky. It's a great watch. I love it, and I'd rather have a gold brigade as my first proper dress piece than a Moser. Nothing wrong with the Moser. It's just I keep like every day I keep seeing prices of the 7027 tradition drop, and
Mm,
I'm just not in a position to buy one. Like
mm.
if I hadn't made the Snoopy purchase, I would have bought the 7027 by now because that watch hit the price that I was thinking of.
Yeah. Have you set bottoms? Have you set bottoms in your mind for certain watches? Now you bring up the Breguet.
I mean, every watch has a bottom, and then the market corrects, and then you're like, oh, my bottoms don't matter. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
all right, don't take that
No,
comment the
no.
wrong.
I know. We're not gonna.
Yeah, no double
Maybe
entendre.
maybe maybe later we will. But
Oh,
no.
and KR Joey, no, I haven't gotten the Bruce Lee, but I am getting one for a dear friend of mine. So I'll see it, but I won't. I'm not keeping it.
How about collecting watch experiences? Works for the other guy.
I know, but like one day you wake up and you're like the experience doesn't matter. I want the real deal. You know. Now, what is the real
Breguet
deal?
Breguet over Moser all day, says Caliber. Hmm. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's 100% yes from me because I
Yeah.
just the like out of all the dress watch brands that are out there except Patek, because Patek is in a different realm. I don't dream of owning a Patek because they're so expensive. I can see myself owning the enamel dial, white enamel with yellow gold
Hmm.
is one watch that I've always looked at. Prices have remained very steady on those, and the Tradition 7027 is another one. Then there was another watch with a moon phase, but it had a seriously long seconds hand. I don't remember the reference, but
Yep.
it's like
Enamel, right?
25. Yeah, enamel dial
Yeah. Good
25
watch.
ish.
Yep.
So plenty
Yeah.
of options out there.
Yep. Those
All
come up
right.
lower sometimes. They come up at a lower price point. I've seen those, under 20 for sure. 18, 17.
I mean, there have been deals over the past 2 weeks that those people I haven't spoken to, but like they have been active in the watch community. Like somebody picked up a full gold Piaget Altiplano
Hmm.
gold case, obviously for like $7 or $8,000. Like the cheapest reference that I could find for that watch was I think close to 19 on Chrono 24. So deals are out there. It's just you need to have that cash ready at that moment for you to buy that watch.
Cash is king, right?
Cash is
Rob, can
king.
you share my screen?
Absolutely.
So this is brand new. This is the one you meant, right?
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
I meant. Yeah.
This is brand new, 1904. This is where I bought my Moser, this collector's time in Malaysia. Um,
I mean,
and
lovely watch. I mean, just look at it. Like,
it's a beautiful watch. And here's a meteorite Piaget in gold,
Hmm.
Altiplano, 13.5.
Beauty.
so there's a Altiplano sitting with Watchbox for
Yeah.
over 7 months now.
Mm.
I think they're right now at the 14.5 mark.
Hmm.
They listed the watch originally for 18,000. I don't know if it has gone lower or if like they do price adjustments based on how the market reacts. But it's been forever on my list, and I always get offers. But it's like if you're buying a gold Altiplano, you need to be sure that you're keeping watch, or you need to be okay that you're taking a $6,000 hit if you need to move that. So
Absolutely.
given my nature of how I buy watches, I haven't done it. Just for that.
This this is the hard to find FXT, right?
Yep.
This is
So
Pixio watch. I don't know
the
how much these go for.
the Tudor boutique in Atlanta told me that they're only taking pre-orders. Uh,
34.45. If anybody wants it today.
it's below retail, so 3,800 is retail. So they told me you need a pre-order and have to wait 12 weeks to 16 weeks because what they have heard from Tudor HQ is they are focusing more on Europe to get this watch,
More on
probably
Europe.
Asia too. Yeah. Like I don't know any AD that has gotten this watch yet, but again, like I know a few. Doesn't mean I know everything.
New, like new box and papers, 34.45. Ready to
Yep.
go.
Yeah, and this you bring up here something, Amin, that is also should be kept in mind if you have a watch that you're interested, if you have cash, and it's in a place like Thailand where this is based out of, the dollar is right now getting to a point where it's trending stronger,
Hmm.
against all these currencies. So you may be finding even better deals that way too.
Yeah. I didn't even know this existed. One of our friends the other day mentioned a Red Bull FXT. I had no idea what he was talking about, but this is
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it.
there's two watches too.
They're
So
cool.
this
I like them.
so they have a chronograph version too,
Hmm.
Mm,
which is I think like high fours. But surprisingly, this is a carbon composite watch for 3,800 US dollars.
mm,
The new FXD costs 4,150.
mm.
So the titanium one costs more than the carbon watch. I don't know how they decided the price, but I'm happy it exists. Now, some people don't like the Red Bull because the chapter ring has Red Bull, Alinghi on it. So
Yeah.
that might detract some people, but again, like I
Not
don't
me.
really care.
Yeah, I'll carry that. That's a good looking watch. More so saying, I think at some point I will just stop buying watches and be happy with what I have. I think that's the kind of soft landing I'm looking for in my watch collecting eventually. Um, hey, well, guys, we made it. We laughed, we cried. I know I did. And had a blast. Chad, thank you so much. Dib, thanks again. You're the man. Always love to hear your scheduled and unscheduled purchases, and now there's more to talk about because now
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
subcategories to that, and I'm looking
It's
forward
it's a
to
it's
hearing.
a theory which needs to be laid out,
Yeah,
in writing.
yeah, it's awesome, man. That's awesome. Um, hey, Amin, you buddy, you have a good night. Oh, great race. You come in first in my heart, Bobby. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. That's really nice of you. Amin, congratulations again.
Oh,
That
thank
was a
you.
great watch.
Thanks, guys.
And thanks for joining. And chat again, thank you so much. Have a good night. We'll see you probably Sunday for watch soup. Not really sure what I'm doing about with Friday nights anymore. But anyway, any case, we'll see you on Sunday with another episode of Watch Soup. So take care, everyone. Have a good night.
See you guys.